Today we're going to find out how good a 2030 Real Madrid side managed by a 70-year-old Carlo Ancelotti will be. Because we're versing them in the Champions League. And it's the transfer window, by the way. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 39th episode of the FM23 West Bromwich Save with me, Rax FM, where today my setup is slightly more to the left than I want it to be, so I'm adjusting it. If you heard that, I've just adjusted it. It feels a lot better now. Thank you very much. Today, we are versing Real Madrid in the final game of our Champions League groups, league stage. We are currently qualified for the top 8, so we don't actually have to worry about this game, but it's always good to verse Real Madrid on camera. Then we're going to verse Wolves at home in the Premier League, which is arguably more important because currently we are sitting pretty in second place. 3 points would get us 3 points away from the top side, Tottenham, which isn't the ideal position to be in, but we are in very good form right now. It is a transfer window as well, and we are playing some decent football. We're in great form, so a lot of things to talk about. A lot of games since last time we saw each other. It is the 30th of January, so just about transfer deadline day. So let's go over what has happened since last time we saw each other. But first, please make sure you do smash the like button, as well as subscribing to the Rex YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content coming your way. Can we please smash 6 likes on today's video? I know it's a low like target, but I'm given one today. And the transfers that we've done have been pretty minimal. We have just loaned out Prijic, who's gone to Rene's. I don't know why I'm loaning out players when it's our final season, but I am. And Oscar Sorgrau has gone for £55 million. I would not have sold him if I realised that we wouldn't be getting all of that £55 million. Not because of, percentage fees lost, because of the fact that Trabelsi went over his threshold of 50 games. And we had to pay a lot of money for that. And I'm going to cough, which is not... Oh, no, maybe it's gone. I think it's gone. I'm just going to... There we go. I swallowed some saliva, and it's gone. There we go. But no, we did sell Oscar. £55 million, I think, is a really good fee for him. But it's probably not the best sale ever now that we, don't have that much money. But we are looking to bring in a player. We haven't currently brought in a player. Oh, we also loaned out this man, Tamang, who looks like he's going to be the best player in the world one day, and we brought in for £15.5 million. So, good deal there. But I would like to bring in this man, Dylan, as a rotation option. Nothing too exciting, but it's not quite the star quality that I'd like to add to the squad. But we have a lot of stars in this team right now, and this is this team that we're going to go with for the next game. But first, I do need to go over, I'm getting ahead of myself, all the games that we have played since last time we saw each other. And the last game we played was this Monaco one. So I've played a whopping amount of games. That is a whole lot of games, Rack. And let's just, I guess, go over the losses, because most of them are wins. Tottenham we've versed twice now. Drew 0-0 in a dominant, this was frustrating, a dominant performance. But we didn't manage to get the win. Was there a penalty missed? Don't tell me there was a penalty missed. There was a penalty missed, wasn't there? There was a penalty missed from Kulusevski. Nice. And we lost to Liverpool, Milan, some draws here and there, but nothing too insane. Some hiccups, but not bad results. Then this Tottenham game was really annoying, mainly because we deserved to lose it, and that just made it even more annoying. So, not really bridging that gap with that result, but playing a lot of good games here. Carabao Cup, we're into the Final Four, which is coming up in a wee bit. I'm not going to show it. I know it's another trophy that we could add to the cabinet, but I kind of expect us to win it, considering the fact that Brighton are down in the Championship. I just don't think it's that interesting to show you that. But Van Gaal is their manager. Sorry, that's not Van Gaal. That's his assistant manager, dude. I don't know how to say that, so I'm just not going to try and say it because I feel like I will be disrespectful in the way I mispronounce it. But, some good results. Good run so far. Yeah, I'm not going to complain too much about this form. Let's hope that we come away with another win just for form reasons against this Real Madrid side. But as I said, we're already through. It's just the opportunity to take a look at a Real Madrid side in 2030. And at the 70-year-old Ancelotti still at the helm, it is going pretty well for them overall. Shams in goal. Williams, Kaiser, Guehi, Hickey, Ryder, Gallagher, Rayner, Kulusevski, Stevenson, and Gakpo make up our team. Actually, I'm going to bring Brom in. And it is a very rotated team, to be fair. But as I said, it really does not matter if we win or lose this game. I'd like to win it, of course, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather win the next game against Wolves away from home in the Premier League than win this game. Which I know sounds stupid because it's Champions League and you want to win as many Champions League games as you can, but no, I don't care nearly as much about it. And here they are, Kamara shooting it over the bar, and they've got the Timber man. Is that our Timber man? They've got Amlay playing against his former side. He must be playing a decent amount of football for them to be starting this game. I'm still never really backed him, so I'm happy that we managed to sell him. And if they're playing him at right back, I think that's just a terrible shout because he's not suited for a right back in my opinion. But there's a highlight happening right now. I did want to check out the Timber man, see if that's our old Timber. But I imagine it's probably the centre back Timber instead of our CDM Timber man. I imagine they're related, but that is annoying. Ferran Torres making the switch over from Barcelona to Real Madrid. I wonder if that was a direct transfer. Very interested in that now. It was... No, it was not, but still, you'd think Barcelona fans would keep that in the back of their mind. Alvarez also playing against us, one of our former players. And Timber at left back must be the other one. Yeah, no, it is the other one. Probably one of the best centre-back, left-back options in the world at this current point in time. Courtois still starting, which is surprising to see him knocking around in first-team football in the Champions League at this point in his career. But, if Ancelotti can manage at 7, I'm sure that... No, Courtois is probably about 36 by now, so, he's probably older than that, actually, to be fair. And clearly, he needs to hang up his gloves. He's clapping after that. He's like, oh, no, good stuff, D, good stuff. You did terrible. It's gone straight at you. Of course, as soon as we talk about his age, I need to know how old he is now. Terrible defence, smashing it against his own player. Courtois needs to save that, and that's horrific. How old is he? He's 37, and he's joining Inter at the end. He's gone. He's on the plane already. He's not ready to play this kind of a game, and that's our first shot of the game. I'm not going to complain with that one going into the back of the net at all. I would take a draw here, absolutely. I'd take a loss, as I've said many a time so far. I wouldn't take a loss, but I wouldn't be fuming with it. It's probably not. I don't know why I've picked this game. To be fair, I've simulated about 50 games off camera, not that many, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I've picked a game that literally means nothing. That makes sense, right? So that really makes sense. But it's a good game. It's Real Madrid. My attitude probably isn't great for it, though. Shams making an alright save there. Alvarez trying to score against his former club. Did a pretty good job coming in for us, actually. Maybe shouldn't have been sold, but I didn't really back him to be the starting striker, but with this 2-striker formation now, he could have actually paired up really well with Stevenson or Trabelsi, but unfortunately neither of them really gelling into that diamond shape while Alvarez was at the club, and that could have been Ferran Torres picking up his second. I think he could be a smidge offside. He is, and in fact the scoreline stays at just 1-1. Going, I guess, our way in that situation. Brom trying to put in the ball, can't find anyone. Alvarez does have it on a counter. I'm not sure why you're kicking it there, Alvarez. I mean, it's nice for you to link up with Shams, but I'd like to tell you, Shams wasn't even at the club when you were here, so I don't know why you're making a connection with that man, but it's fine by me. Make new connections for all I care. Kamara shooting it into the corner. It's a corner. Okay, so he did actually probably get the shot on target, but it's going over the bar, luckily for us. Going out for a corner. Alvarez taking it. It's headed out, and it's going to stay as 1-1 scoreline currently. Please. I mean, imagine this highlight is absolutely... No, that was a good shot by the man that we never know how to say his name. It's got an S and a Z, and that does not make grammatical sense in the English language, but it does in Hungary. So I'm going to respectfully just call him SZ. And I'm pretty sure his first name's Dominic, so we'll call him Dominic to be respectful. To 5 more minutes to go in this first half. Not the most exciting of affairs for us, but gosh, Real Madrid fans will be thinking, How on earth are we not winning this game? The amount of opportunities that they've had, the goal that they conceded, it's not quite gone their way at this current point in time, but I do expect them to beat us in the second. I shouldn't have picked this game in hindsight. I literally am expecting to lose it because I've rotated the team so much. But to be fair, we're on the ball right now. So, I'll be happy for them to prove me wrong. Kaiser into Guehi into Gallagher, Rayner almost gets it into Barron, but now they're on the ball, and this is where you think, you might be conceding. Gakpo pounces on it, that was the highlight. It was a bit dead, wasn't it? It just was. It wasn't the best highlight I've ever seen. I mean, there was a bit to it, there was a chance for a second. I mean, the goalkeeper made a bit of an average decision, but nah, it wasn't that hype. Alvarez shooting it wide of the post there. Half an hour to go. Well, 37 minutes to go, actually. I'm shortchanging us here massively. There's still plenty of time left in this game. I think substitutes are going to have to be made. I do want to see how this team can actually compete against the likes of Real Madrid. Could be a side that we will verse later on in the Champions League. So it would be nice if we could come away with the result. But as I've said many times, I have literally said many times that I don't care about this game. I did mean to say it like that. I did mean to say, as I've said many times, I don't care about this game. So I have said many times that I don't care about this game. I hope you keep track of that, understand what I'm saying, because I meant to say it like that. Trabalsi's coming on just to try and make sure that we do have a fit Stevens. We scored! Oh! I mean, I still make those two substitutes, but how did that happen? Wow. I mean, I should have a bad attitude for every game. Hickey into Gakpo. Gakpo puts it into the mixer, I imagine. No, pass it back to Rayner. Rayner into Barham. And it's on the volley. And it goes in. And we're 2-1 up. Very undeservedly. But we will take it, absolutely. 30 minutes left to play and we're holding on. 25 minutes left to play. I don't mind if the game ends like this at all. Oh, well, this is beautiful. This is unexpected. This is a great surprise. This is a surprise, but a welcome one, that's for sure. Rayner tries to get him to the end of that. Gallagher beats him, and we're on the attack again. Gakpo's in. Gakpo scores. I don't think there was anything wrong with that goal either. I'm pretty sure we're 3-1 up. I'm pretty certain we're 3-1 up. We're 3-1 up. There's genuine shock in my voice here. I hope it comes across. I hope it genuinely comes across. I am surprised. Very much so. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get Rayner off. He's looking tired. Almada can get we stint in the team. Highest average rating player in our team, I just realised. Doesn't start. So that's probably why versus the easy teams. But, still good thing for him to have. Luis can come on for a wee run around. And Omabama Delay, who does not get as much game time as I guess he could probably argue he deserves. But he is one of the weaker centre-back options that we do have. Even though at the time, when we signed him, he seemed like an absolute beautiful purchase. We just signed better players since then. Guehi coming in was an absolute steal. Anthony has just proved to be a consistent centre-back option for us. And Eric Garcia, such a steal. Not playing any part in this game, but one of the best players we've signed. And we've won that game 3-1. That is a serious F Hemming. I would have preferred to have saved... See, I'm still complaining even after we've won it. I would have preferred to have saved that kind of statistical and probability for, the league or another Champions League game. Because, statistically speaking, we were insanely lucky there. Yeah, so if I know that's not how statistics works, but if we could have had a different game, it, not look like it should have gone our way and then actually get the result, I would have preferred the other game. But we've secured our place in the Champions League next round of 16, in fourth place, which is good. And we've shown from my intro that the Real Madrid side with a 70-year-old Ancelotti at the helm is not that good. It's all right, but it's not that good. In hindsight, saying I cared more about this game against Wolves then a game against Real Madrid is mental. But valid? The only deals that we did in the transfer window was Dylan joined the club. I mean, I'm happy to have him. Seems like a good prospect. We recalled Palud as well, just because it is the final season, and I want to have as much cover as I can, and I know he's a really good player, so happy to have him back. And kind of on the fence about this one, but we've got Mudryk if we do need to. Madueke has left the club for £10 million because his contract was expiring, and he was not going to re-sign. Kind of strengthening another rival side, so maybe not the best shout, but hey, what's done is done. So let's move on. Let's jump into this game. It's Stevenson, Trabelsi, Kulusevski, Veloso, Cassidy, Luis Porro, Eric Garcia, Anthony, Udogi, and Lafont. That is our main starting lineup. Almost always our starting lineup. Sometimes we get Gakpo into that striker position instead of Trabelsi. No, Stevenson has locked down that striker position this year. He is not scoring, like an Erling Haaland, but these two just link up and sort of do the job really well. Actually, I want to talk about them for a second. Stevenson, only 9 goals and 5 assists from 24 appearances, but the average rating that these boys get is just incredible. It's probably very similar. 9 goals, 3 assists, but a similar average rating. They're such good players, and they're just kind of like linking up, scoring goals, and we're just winning games. Like it's going very well at the moment. I'm hoping that this Wolves game is not a hiccup. A side all the way down in 17th place right now, only moving up to 16th place because of the point at this current moment in time, because it is 0-0 after 20 minutes. It's at home, so you would expect us to be picking up a win pretty comfortably here. I did think it was an away from home game originally, so now I really do think we should be winning, and Trabelsi thinks we should be winning as well. Kulusevski with an assist, and another man that has been doing incredibly well this year, but Trabelsi doing very well there, finishing his dinner, getting his 10th goal of the season in the Premier League, and really showing that he is one of the best strikers in the world. Him and Stevenson have a partnership very, very well matched. But as I said, Gakpo just been playing so well, sort of making me force him into the lineup from time to time. A very, very good rotation option to have. It's a good headache for me to have, and right now it's showing that at least we're better than a lower mid-table side. It's not the best result at this current point in time, but there's plenty of football left to play, and let's hope that we can come away with another goal. A 1-0 lead is not a bad lead to have at all, so yeah, let's not complain too much, Rex. So it's Adams on the ball, running down the right-hand side. Veloso picks it up. No, it doesn't pick it up, actually. It's given straight back to them. I don't even think he had possession of the ball. I don't know why he said he had it at one point, but here is Cassidy running through Trabelsi, Stevenson. There's the link up that I told you about. And normally, well, not normally, but often you see those kind of goals and it just be tucked into the back of the net. They link up between the two of them, get assists between the two of them so often. This one could be costly, but the highlight does end as I think that Anthony comes across and wins the ball. But they're showing the link up that those two boys have. I'm going to make my first sub, and it's going to be Cassidy coming off, Almada coming on, and we'll move Veloso into that box-to-box midfielder. He's coming to his own a lot more recently. 2 goals, 2 assists, but a high average rating. I feel like he does a job in there, so he is staying as a starting player for some time, as he is playing pretty well right now. Hickey's going to go into left back. Porro's going to whip one in. Doesn't find anyone. Cassidy with his last contribution. I'm not sure if he knows it or not, but he does need to try and do something if he wants to make me cancel that. And so Udogi with the assist to Pedro Porro. I think we have created that highlight. And Pedro Porro only scoring his first goal for the club there. But yeah, you got to take them when they come to you. And that is a really, really good finish. Udogi getting an assist just before coming off the pitch. That is finesse at its best. That is what we call a finesse shot and a half. Beautiful kill, top corner, secures the win in my opinion. I can't see this Wolves side clapping back, scoring 2 in the last 25 minutes with only 2 shots in the entire game, 0.06 XG. We're all over them like a bad rash. And let's get that man Gakpo on. Stevenson is coming off. He's not played too well this game according to his rating, so we'll give him a wee bit of a rest. Kaiser into that midfield and save that last substitute just in case we see any injuries coming anyone's way, as we are a very, very busy team with the Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Premier League, of course. So, injuries are seriously possible for this team. So that's why we have another reason strengthened by bringing back Palud into the lineup and, having Mudryk in there, plenty of options in case we do have injuries. So, I feel comfortable if anyone picks up a knock here or there. Nothing too big, though. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We haven't had too many terrible injuries this season from memory. I can only remember a couple of knocks here and there for, random players. I can't even remember who, but I'm sure we would have had them. But nothing too serious, which is awesome to see. Here's Eric Garcia putting in a great tackle, and that's the kind of thing you want to see from your centre-back, coming up, winning the ball back, and creating attacking opportunities for us as Trabelsi's in, trying to find a ball into the mix-up. He's gone for the shot in the end. So you'd hope that's a cross that he's mishit, because if he's shooting from there, that's just straight up selfish. But at least it hasn't really proven to lead to anything here, as the Wolves side still aren't doing anything in the second half. We're just outclassing them. Gallagher gets the last couple of minutes, and a 2-0 win is a comfortable win, and we will take it and go all the way home against our rivals. I don't think I've talked about that very much. Wolves and West Brom, of course, fierce rivals, and we are dominating them, showing that we're the better of the two sides. And of course, we stay in that second place position after those 3 points. Only 3 points away, and 5 points away from Manchester United below us. It's what you want to see. I just have a feeling Tottenham have no chance of winning this league. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But the Tottenham team are just not that good. This is a player that I scouted for years and decided was never going to be good enough for us. This is a player that I scouted for years and decided, well, no, not years, like a season, and decided was not going to be good enough for us. Brought Madueke instead. Mariba was a reject that I was willing to sell for about £30 million. Yes, he has proven to be quite a good player since then, but I mean, you know what I mean. Justin is a player on the transfer list that I decided I definitely didn't want to pick up because he wasn't good enough. Hernandez was a B-tech option for Udogie when we bought Udogie from them. Melier, it's quite good. Don't know why I clicked on him. I was going to talk smack, but then I realised he's actually pretty fine. Who else? I know there's other players in here that, I wanted to... Oh, yeah, Hall, one of our youngsters that have left the club. Not doing a whole lot there. I don't see a lot in this team that makes me think they're going to beat us to winning the Premier League. Yes, they're in great form, but, once they get to the games here against Manchester City, Manchester United, I'm hoping that they slip up. I really am hoping that they do. I can't see a situation where they win the league. I'm not saying that we're going to win it, but, the man that's currently managing France, he's probably quite a decent manager. I'm not going to talk any more smack. But, I back us. I do really back us. And I think when we come back in the next episode, we will be playing in that round of 16, and then the quarterfinal. And finally, please, can we move on to the semi-finals? That would be the furthest we've ever gone in the Champions League. For the final season, I want to get to the final and win it, of course. But the Premier League is also a high priority. If you've enjoyed this one, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you all later.